Hi guys, welcome back. It has been quite a while since I've done a YouTube video. I've been working on an album as well as a new sound bank that will be coming out in August. So this month coming. So today we're gonna be looking at top loops on how you can like make interesting top loops, and there's a trick that I like to use with my top loops that helps me get a little bit of body from it. So we're gonna check all that out today. So let's dive straight in. So they are they're just interesting ways to do loops a bit different. So you'll see over here. I'll just bring this in. These are snares. So what I'll do is they're just random snares, just very loud, just random snares. So what I like to do is if you take snares and you just put them in randomly on every eighth, just shorten them up. Okay, that's about a bar and a half. So let's just use this bar. Now we can duplicate it. Ooh, sorry, let's just adjust the camera there. Okay, cool. Let me get out the way. Awesome. So this is a random bunch of snares on every eighth, and you'll kind of get like a interesting groove. So what you can do is you can add a auto panner or something, just for movement. Sync it. And then what you can also do is, what I like to do with the snare one is that the bite of the snare is normally here. So you take that out. And then we can just shorten it to 16ths. Get a little fade on it. And then let's try some random in between ones. So that's one way of looking at it. Just take a bunch of random snares, plug them in on every eighth, and then add little ghost notes in between, and you get a little interesting groove. Sorry, that's a kick, top loop. And then just take away all this body of the snare. And that's the panner, of course. Okay, so that's one way of looking at it. Let's get that out the way. Oh, for some reason my PC is not agreeing with me today. Okay, cool. And the other way is it's kind of doing the same rhythm with, let me just put this off. So this time using a bunch of different closeouts. So you can just do the generic way of taking your best and putting it into a groove. Or you can do something random and see what pops out. So that's every eighth. Let's add them all in. See what comes up. then you can take every first on the kick, maybe just drop the volume so it adds like a little gallop effect. So let's add a little sneaky one in here. I don't know what's going on my PC lately. Okay, so that's a 16th there. So these are interesting ways to make top loops. So this is a bunch of random snares on every eighth, and then just put in a couple of ghost notes to add a little rhythm. Same thing on this, a bunch of different closeouts, add it in, get a different rhythm as well. And then the final trick that I like to use, say you have a loop done already, say this is a sample loop or even your own loop, we can do it with our own loop. So this is just a more of a gallopy one. So as you can hear, it's quite high frequency. Like it's taking up the high frequency space. You can hear it. There's no real body in the instrument. So what I like to do is, before the filter, is add a little bit crusher. Excuse me. So what the bit crusher does is, you'll feel the more mid-range body start kicking out once I add this in. So you feel how the more of the mid frequencies, and like it feels like there's body on the top loop. Ooh, sorry, hiccups. Whereas the before, so this is without it. I'm gonna play it before and after, and you can hear the high frequency section, and when you add the bit crusher, how the mid start freaking coming up and the body of the top loop comes out. So without it, on. So yeah, so what I like to do is, let's just duplicate this. So what I like to do, sometimes I'll run both of them, and then I'll run the first one without the bit crusher, so you can have this little high section here of the high frequencies, right? Let's make this smaller. And then the second one I'll run with the bit crusher, where you kind of have the body of it. So when you run them together, you kind of have the body and the meat of the top loop as well as the high end of the top loop. It folds up the gaps, makes your percussion sound bigger as well, and then of course with everything playing. I'll mute the one of the bit crush, and you'll hear the difference as soon as I switch it off and on. Okay, so this one is with everything. You feel that body missing. The top loop becomes much thinner when it's just playing on its own. I just feel like the bit crusher just adds that little body and just feels like the percussion's way bigger. Yeah, thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed that. Peace.